With XRP about to close its highest weekly candle ever, just breaking in to new all-time highs, currently sitting at $3.50, I thought it was appropriate to make another XRP meme coin watch list video. And this one, I'm going to be going over my top 10 picks. So look, guys, there's a lot of other great projects on the XRPL. This is going to be my personal top 10. What I would recommend anybody new to the space, just getting into the space, to look into, and to, if you want, again, meme coins are all high risk, all very degenerate. If you want to take a gamble, take a shot, these could provide insane multiples relative to XRP as XRP continues to go up here and hit $5, $10, and possibly much higher than that. We're going to go over the top 10 meme coins, in my opinion, that you should look into on the XRPL. And we're going to start with, the one, the only, my baby, Drop. For those of you that were around at the beginning of First Ledger and of XRP memes, Drop was the first mover. Drop was the first in the ecosystem to hit 10 million market cap, 20 million market cap. I was the initial CTO lead of this coin after it was launched by Alex Cobb, who's a popular XRP influencer slash streamer slash YouTuber. And the whole premise, the whole idea being that there are 1 million drops, or the smallest unit of a XRP is called a drop, and there's 1 million of them in one XRP. So 0.000001 XRP is called a drop, and that's our new bio here. We've just updated this across all platforms because before it was there's 1 million drops in one XRP, therefore the supply of Drop, the meme coin, is 1 million. But we decided to simplify that. We want to make it clear, and we want to educate people and let them know that the smallest unit of an XRP is called a drop. So a very simple little blue raindrop character here. A beautiful chart, have accumulated through the lows of the past 7-8 months where the market hasn't been doing anything, and showing a lot of strength here now, sitting at around 8 million market cap, all-time high around 25 million market cap. If we go over to the XRP chart, you can see, right, the all-time high on the XRP pair is around 25 XRP, currently sitting at about 2.3 XRP, so about 10x away from an all-time high on the XRP pair. I'm not going to go super in-depth on all the charts of all the coins because it would take a while to do, but even just looking here on the XRP pair, right, I haven't looked at this in a while. That looks like a beauty right there, right? We break out from this falling wedge. We've been consolidating. As XRP is breaking its all-time high here, entering into price discovery, this looks absolutely ready to rip again. And I'd be shocked if we don't see Drop reach new highs on its XRP pair this run. The big thing that we've done for Drop throughout this down period in the market is, this is something very unique to the XRPL, is you have your main liquidity pool with the native token XRP, but then you can also create liquidity pools with other meme coins. So we have massive amounts of liquidity here with other coins, Splash being one of them, which is kind of our own beta play that we created to Drop, where its main driver is this massive liquidity pool between the two. Big pool with PHNIX, who we'll go over soon, Army, Gay, Pongo, Fuzzy, 589, and the list goes on, Scrap. So these massive liquidity pools are a very, very strong price driver, because if these other coins that Drop is pooled with goes up, that makes Drop go up as well. So Drop is basically betting on the success of the XRPL ecosystem as a whole. And if the whole ecosystem rises, Drop is positioned to benefit from that, not just from people buying Drop. So very long-winded, right? I want to keep this video as brief as possible because we're going through a lot here, even though it's just a top 10. But I think that covers what I want to cover on Drop. This is my baby. Been working on it literally since it came out, day 2 of First Ledger, and I think it's just very positioned to do very well. I love Drop. You could come over to my PFP here. I got Drop sitting on the shoulder of this PHNIX NFT, which again, we're going to get to PHNIX here in a second. So very, very bullish on Drop. I think it's going to do very, very well as XRP continues to push higher here. Second, we'll go to PHNIX. Again, this is in no particular order. You could see their order here by market cap. I have it sorted, or here we go, by market cap. But I'm just going kind of off the cuff here. Drop and PHNIX are my two biggest holdings. So we're going to go to PHNIX next. This one I faded at the start. I got in at launch and then I quickly clipped out because I wasn't really sure what was going on there. They took a little bit to update their PFP and their links. But PHNIX ran as high as, we'll go back to market cap for this, right? As high as 72, 75 million, somewhere around there. And this has one of the best teams behind it on all of the XRPL. I would say the best. The only one that might be better is Fuzzy, because we don't really know who's behind that, and we'll get to that as well. But PHNIX, the lore behind this one is, the whole idea is that XRP will rise from the ashes like a phoenix of the old financial system to usher in the new one. And again, the team behind this, second to none. They're already listed on 5 centralized exchanges. They have a lot of money behind this token. Had a crazy run up to 75 mil, a nice consolidation here at the bottom. And it's just now breaking out like of this consolidation breakthrough here through 20 million. And I think it's going to ramp up really, really quickly here. Speculation based on, murmurs from the team. I've talked to some of them, and through conversations that we at Drop have had with Uphold, it seems like PHNIX is positioned here to probably be the first XRP meme to get listed on Uphold. Again, based on logic of what's required to get listed there. They're already on 5 centralized exchanges, and Uphold pulls from other exchanges because they're kind of just a middleman. They don't function like a normal centralized exchange. So I really believe that's a catalyst that's coming here for PHNIX. And regardless, just the team and the money behind this coin, the marketing machine, like their viewership on TikTok, the amount of views they've gotten over there, it's insane. I think that without a doubt in my mind, this goes to 100 million and beyond. And this or Fuzzy are, in my opinion, the two best shots at $1 billion meme coin on XRP this cycle. I have a hard time seeing anything go to $1 billion, but if it's going to happen, I think it's going to be this or it's going to be Fuzzy, in my opinion. So very, very bullish on PHNIX. And like I said, I scooped up this super rare PHNIX NFT, one of their unique ones. There's only 20 in the collection. They just released their NFT collection a few weeks ago, and I was on my cruise and I worked out a deal with the guy, got this PHNIX NFT. So you can see here, I put my little drop on his shoulder, drop in PHNIX. Those are my top 2 bags. But let's move on. Next, we'll go to Fuzzy. This is currently the #1 token on chain. It's been the #1 token for quite some time now, like since April when it broke up here to like 20 mil. It's looking like it's about to have just a massive breakout. So the speculation behind Fuzzy, this is kind of like the Riddler lore token on chain. For those of you who know about XRP, there's a mysterious figure called Bearable Guy who's posted riddles about XRP for years. And most of the people here believe that Fuzzy is Bearable Guy or Ripple or somebody in the know involved in a grander scale of the world that understands what's going on, understands how XRP is being ushered in to the new financial system. And the way this coin's been run has been magical to watch. The dev is very, very calculated. Everything is very, very coordinated. I got in pretty early because I was fortunate enough to be surrounded by people who were paying close attention to this. I wrote it up. I sold most by around here. I bought back some more because I wanted to use it to help make more liquidity pools for Drop and for Gay Bear, which is another coin we're going to get to. And look, I shouldn't have sold here. I made a mistake. But I've seen these parabolas happen again and again. And normally when you get a run up like this, you get it coming back down. But this coin is just different. It's just built different. The dev has raised so much money through the NFT collections. The NFTs for Fuzzy are the only NFT collection that's actually like performed and gone up in value on the XRPL since I've been involved. It's been, again, magical to watch. He just did another NFT collection, kind of like a raffle collection that's gonna provide more NFTs to the people who got golden tickets. And he has, I don't even know the exact number, but hundreds of thousands of dollars of XRP sitting in these dev wallets, ready to keep pushing in to the liquidity pool, which is already massive, 2.2 million. So he has tons of funds ready to deploy. Keep pushing to the LP. Keep sending this thing higher. And look, like I said, if any coin on the XRPL is going to hit $1 billion, I really think it's this or it's PHNIX. And I don't even know what else to say. There's too many rabbit holes to go down. You could talk about Fuzzy for hours if you want to. You go connect with some people on X. Tons of people have Fuzzy PFPs, and you could talk to them, and they will be happy to talk to you about Fuzzy all day long and all the connections that they've made and everything about it. We'll leave it at that. Very, very bullish on Fuzzy. This absolutely should be one that you take a look at and have in your portfolio somewhere. Next up, we'll go to Army. Again, guys, I'm trying to keep it quick because there's just so much to talk to and I could go on for ages. Army, first coin to hit 100 million on chain. Again, I was lucky on this one, got in at launch, wrote it up, was selling all the way up to 100 million. This was probably my biggest win in terms of actually like selling. Drop, I rode up and then rode back down, never like actually got out. But Army is the XRP army. Like, that's the lore. That's what the people that hold XRP have been calling themselves for years, the XRP army. And we're seeing some life breathe back into this one the past few days, back up at near 30 million, lows around 10 million. And I think Army is just going to do exceptionally well. Massive liquidity pool as well. I think it's the biggest liquidity pool on the XRPL. Just because of how much they burned when they launched this token, the pool is just massive. So, guys, there's not much more to say on this one. The team is great. We do spaces with them for drop pretty frequently here and there, and I expect XRP Army. This would be my third bet, right? I think Fuzzy and PHNIX the best shot at $1 billion. The next best shot is Army or drop, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion, so I'm gonna try to stop specifying that, but I don't want anyone to get their panties in a twist. These are all my thoughts. And I think Army is going to go hundreds of millions without a doubt. And it's just a great meme. They've been making some great VEO3 content as well, which we've also been making for, if I come back here, we'll hop over to Gay Bear. This is another coin that I run with my buddy Ronaldo. Ronaldo mainly runs the socials, but we created this token way back when to give the brief story about it. Early on in FL, some of my real life friends were in Telegram with other people, and whenever somebody would sell a token or a new launch would get nuked, they would just type in the rainbow and the bear emoji, calling them a gay bear. Like, don't be a gay bear, man, come on. And we launched this token eventually, and I got all my friends to get in. We had good supply control, and then unfortunately some real life friends betrayed us and decided to just steal money basically from all of us involved. And they nuked the project, so then I told everyone to get out, scooped this shit up myself, and me and Ronaldo have been running it since with supply control, and we pushed all-time high of near $1 million, pulled back down, and then down here at these lows, what I did was similar to drop on Gay Bear, set up massive liquidity pools. So it's the biggest liquidity pool with Fuzzy out of any other coin on the XRPL, massive pool with drop, with PHNIX, with Sigma, with Army, with Bert. Okay, so similar to drop, right? Gay is betting on the entire ecosystem, specifically these coins it's pooled with, to go higher. If these coins go higher, it's going to pull Gay up with it. And Gay Bear is set to do super well, in my opinion. I think 540K, still very cheap. I plan on getting this thing to 10 million minimum. That's my goal with this one. Ronaldo, my friend that runs, again, the socials and mainly runs the coin, he's been making insanely great content using VEO3 for the past month or two since that became like available. He's working on a crazy cinematic movie-esque style trailer right now, and I'm hoping that gets put out in the next couple days. But yeah, give Gay Bear a look. Pools are huge. The meme is good, and yeah, I'm gonna keep running with this one too. Gotta shill my own coins, right? Gotta shill my own coins. And at first, Gay was kind of like a joke. I didn't necessarily believe in it so much that we could get it to where I wanted it to be. But since I set up those liquidity pools, it's like it's on autopilot. That thing can run itself. We could stop posting any content for gay, and that thing's still going to go up because of how huge those liquidity pools are, especially with Fuzzy, one of the top coins, and PHNIX and Drop. Next up, we'll go quickly into Salute. So Salute, all-time high around 40 million. This is a coin started by 24 Hours Crypto, a big XRP YouTuber, and he has a majority of the supply sitting locked up in his wallet. And look, I'm bullish on Salute. I trust 24 Hours Crypto. He's been in the space a long time. I've been watching his YouTube videos for a very long time. And it's kind of an underdog. It kind of gets looked over a lot. But it's a good token. It has a good community. And I think he knows what he's doing with holding the supply. It makes it very easy for the coin to move. They've managed their liquidity pool well because it was really thin at the start. And then they thickened it up. And it's just saluting everyone that's held XRP this long. And they're focused on the idea, like, they're saluting XRP to get to $100, which is going to happen 100%, as 24 Hours Crypto always says. So very bullish on Salute. I think it's a great coin. I think it's going to continue to do very well. It often gets overlooked by a lot of people because he does have that supply control and he's open about it. The thing is, a lot of coins will have supply control and they're not open about it. And I think that's a little more deceptive. I think it's great that he's clear that he does. It just sits in the dev wallet, and I think it's perfect. So I like Salute a lot. We went through Fuzzy, Army, PHNIX, Salute, Drop. Next up, Sigma. Sigma, baby. So Sigma on the XRPL, I'm just bullish. I think a lot of people on XRP embody the Sigma mentality of, I don't give a fuck. They've held for years and years while this shit has done nothing. And now we're here, man. Now we're here. And now we're at all-time highs. It's just that Sigma mentality of, you're all telling me I'm wrong, but guess what? You're the one that's wrong. I'm right. I know what I'm holding. I know what I'm doing. Sigma threw a massive party at XRP Las Vegas. I was there. It was super awesome. Setting stuff up in the real world, connecting people in the real world. The main guy running it, Zen, it's like a collective, right? It's a community takeover coin, I'm pretty sure. And the guys that basically run the coin, they've smashed it. The Sigma NFTs to fund their treasury wallet, putting a party together in Vegas, like doing stuff in the real world, connecting people. Stellar guys behind Sigma. And these guys are Chads. They'll hold their coins. They don't give a shit. They're holding for way higher prices. So Sigma's getting a nice little bounce here too, off the lows at like under 2 mil, back at 4 mil, all-time high around 11 mil. So keep an eye on Sigma. Very bullish on them. Next up, ATM, all the money, baby. So dude, I fumbled this one, right? I got in at launch. I didn't fumble it. Got in at launch, did well on ATM. I was almost going to buy back in here down at these lows. I didn't. And the next day, it, what was it? It was like an XRP conference in Singapore. Brad Garlinghouse is on stage and they're talking about meme coins. And he says, I don't hold any meme coins, but if I had to get one, it would probably be the all the money meme coin on the XRPL. And then this thing just rockets. I was almost going to buy in during this rocket too at like 800K, and I fumbled and I didn't. So I faded this one hard, but it got CTO'd because it was initially launched by Dirk from Xpector, who's had a lot of controversy surround him. So down here they CTO'd it, took it over. And yeah, I think this one's just going to do super well. ATM, all the money, it's catchy. And all the money is a very common, popular phrase amongst Ripple and people within XRP. So sitting at like 4 mil, looking like it's ready for a massive breakout. I think this is just an obvious pick that it goes much higher from here. Yeah, not much more to say on that one. 2 to go. Bert. Bert's an OG. Been here since the very beginning of FL, the first like week or two. Has had some crazy pumps, hit 10 mil a couple times. They sold out an NFT collection, have like 50 or 60,000 XRP sitting in their treasury wallet, waiting to push into the liquidity pool at the right time, I'm sure. And they have a cult-like community behind them that are just like, Bert is Bert. It's just like a retarded chicken. And it's funny. and it's just a silly meme. And I think that this could capture the attention of people coming over from other chains because, you know, it's not really having to do with XRP or XRP lore. It's just a funny meme. And sometimes that's all you really need. So I think Bert, I think it's obvious, right? Like, just quick meme coin TA for you. Again, for whatever meme coin TA is worth. This just looks like it's clearly going higher. It's held up super strong. A lot of people that like Fuzzy also love Bert, and they're, again, diamond-handed chads that, like, they're just schizos. They're psychos, bro. They'll just hold forever. And if they hold forever, then things just go higher. So 3.7 mil, again, very easily, I think this goes 10 million plus without a doubt in my mind. Part of the reason why I have that big pool with it over here on Bear. So very bullish on Bert. Check him out. Great coin. Finally, let's go back. Finally, Scrap. This is the most obvious and most undervalued coin, I think, on this list right now, to be honest. Scrap is the first meme coin on First Ledger. It's the Doge of the XRPL. It's the dog of Sloppy, one of the founders or creators of First Ledger. So this was one of the first movers. Hit like 1 mil, and then during like peak euphoria, hit 30 mil. Dude, it came down as low as 400K back here, and currently sitting around 3 mil. This thing's just so obvious, in my opinion. 100 million plus without a doubt on this one. There's never going to be another first meme coin on First Ledger. That's it. There's only one ever, and it's a dog coin, and dog coins always are what capture people's attention a lot of the time. So, look, guys, like I said, there's a lot of coins on chain that I think are going to do, I think most things are going to do really, really well. This is my personal top 10 list, and I think we're getting ready here, right? For things to just get absolutely bananas. We're about to have this weekly close, and I think this week could be one of these kind of, you know, God candles coming in. We'll see what happens, but I'm betting big that these meme coins on XRP are about to go absolutely parabolic. So I hope you enjoyed this top 10 list. If I missed anything, if you think I'm wrong, if you disagree, please leave comments, get fired up, roast me, shill your bags below, whatever you got to do. I think we're all about to print some money. I think we're all about to make a bag. I think we're all about to win. And I hope that this could be a good little introductory video to XRP meme coins for people coming in from outside the ecosystem that want to take a look at what's going on over here. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, repost, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.